Manny, if they ask us why we did it, you tell them we did it for love. To
It's
quote
not.
R. Kelly. I'm sorry. I had to quote R. Kelly, but
It's not very often that I get texts by Marcus in general, but when he demands that a thumbnail should be in place, amongst my I hatred of screen grabs, you have to go with this.
I don't think there's a better image from last night. And Raw, I'm gonna spoil it for people my opinion, was a good show last night. I enjoyed it. But this was the peak. This is the absolute peak of Raw. This is Triple H finally getting rid of Vince McMahon celebrating right here. This is your homie finally got laid and you see him on the street, he's celebrating like, oh shit, he got laid. This was everything. That image was everything. And I don't care what people, if it gets the clicks, the views, or anything, I think this is the most important thing to happen. And Manny, I am a person that was involved in a full-on NYPD investigation. Just stop that investigation right away for me to go, what? You know what? Earth, America, the world is a good place. I don't care what's happening.
Because let's be real, if that didn't happen, this would have been the thumbnail.
Yeah, you know,
But
that's
this did
fine.
happen.
That's happening. That's everybody winning the championship. That's Patrick Mahomes celebrating, or Travis Kelce celebrating with Taylor Swift after winning the Super Bowl. That's what that looks like.
No, actually, that's Jason Kelsey. Jason Kelsey is a bit of a wild man. If you've seen the Super Bowl celebrations, there's a video of Taylor Swift and Travis Kelsey on one side, and then you pan over and it's like the marshmallow guy, the DJ with the marshmallow head, and Jason Kelsey with a luchador mask on, just full on giving it the belly dancing.
Well, he does our part. I'm assuming he does our party Travis at this point.
He
He did officially
love,
retire.
love on this side, cocaine and meth on this side. Yeah, he retired yesterday.
He officially retired yesterday. So shout out to I'm blanking on his name already.
Jason Kelsey. But
I can't even remember the Kelsey part. I was like his brother.
They have an incredible podcast. If you just like two, it's basically this podcast but white
and more successful with money.
Yeah. Bits and pieces of news stories. Mostly it is about Revolution. Darby's back injury update. Only needed 12 stitches.
Okay. Limit. And the what I'm gonna say is right now, worst wrestling spot in the history of wrestling. Yes, it was a beautiful. Yes, I can look at Manny and say, how about that dive as he jumped through the plexiglass and shattered it all over. Yes, he cut himself and all that, and you know everything's going. I just think it's the worst spot. I don't think it was necessary for that type of match.
Do you know what? I would also agree with you on the basis of it was okay to look at, but like when the people that was supposed to be like in that area are pretty much gone before he's even near falling through all that mess.
Yeah,
it ruins the kind of aesthetic of the point of that spot.
Yeah, like the was it Nick? I can't remember which
Nick was
already gone. He was laying on there.
Yeah.
And it took like an hour for him to climb up the ladder and go over there. And Nick was just like, all right. And then by the time he jumped, you see Nick just walking away or getting pulled away by Matt when he could have just walked away. I thought it was self-indulgent of Darby Allin.
Yeah.
Yes, it seemed like a selfish thing. He gave up his body and all that. But it didn't seem like it was necessary for this match or what was going on. It just took a time. He just wanted to jump through glass. And it was just like, okay, why? They already went through tables earlier on the ramp. Him and Sting both. That could have just been that spot. You could have shaved that whole spot of him climbing up and doing it so we could actually get the Sting speech at the end where it's left off. Or you could have even left off one of the matches God forbid you leave off FTR versus the Blackpool Combat Club or something.
No, actually, I would have left that on there. I would have taken off that scramble with the Mexican Magnus. I didn't need that at all.
Yeah, you could have did that. Yeah, that was probably the worst of the show, to be honest.
Yeah.
But you could have took one of the matches off and then gave that time the last 30 minutes of Sting, so you're not rushing to get out of time, lose time. And all I'm trying to save is 5 minutes. I'm not even saying cut everything. Like, I personally thought AEW Revolution was a tremendous wrestling show. Like, just from top to bottom, really each match delivered and even over delivered in some cases. And even the match I'm trying to pull, FTR versus the Blackpool Combat Club, I enjoyed that match as well. But I just thought that just that main event I thought was too much. Like, I thought it was too much of a like hardcore match for, I don't know. I just thought it was over the top for what it was.
It was over the top, but that's what Sting's final run in AEW was.
Yeah.
But like this crazy old vet jumping through things.
But I don't think it like Sting, you know, he did his part. Sting was fine. I just thought the whole aspect of everything about how many tables were used, how much glass they ran through, and all that stuff. It just didn't hit home for me. Like, it was fine. Like, if you enjoy that type of thing, it didn't hit home. Like, you know, and I'm gonna say this in what I mean 2 matches before his final match. It didn't hit like I thought Ric Flair's and Shawn Michaels at Mania hit, or, you know, or even a few other retirement matches you see over the time. Like, I was like, oh, you know, it should be more about Sting instead of all the shit going on around it.
Yeah, and I see your point.
And you also realize what the reason why his sons aren't wrestlers. They suck. And just that opening moment, they suck.
What's being kind of discussed already early doors as being one of a match of the year candidate with Takeshita versus Ospreay. I don't know why they're signing Okada. They've got the young Okada, and they just need to run with it.
No, I don't. I'm fine with them signing Okada, and I'm not gonna say it's too many. It's no room for another Japanese man. It's fine.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying. Do you know when you've got, for instance, if you've got the next Aaron Rodgers on your team, you don't need the current Aaron Rodgers on your team. You know what I mean? You don't go out and get the same guy. Just play the Aaron Rodgers you've got.
Yeah, but for them, they not only signed the Aaron Rodgers they had, they decided to sign Patrick Mahomes and Lamar Jackson as well, where you have Ospreay, Takeshita, Okada, who are all basically top guys, excuse me. And you also still have Bryan Danielson. Like, it's a luxury of riches and matchups, but I just don't know how it's all going to work, because all of these guys are top people who should be number one in your company.
Shouldn't necessarily take weird L's on occasion.
Yeah. You also have Swerve and whatnot. Like, you're so top heavy right now. Like, you're a chick who had not to objectify women, but you're a chick that had all right boobs, but now you're like, you know what? I'm gonna make them bigger. Like, oh, that's a good size. And now you're just like, like, I think she's gonna fall over.
I liked Will Ospreay's press conference interview, where he said he's in AEW to do 3 things. Win world championships.
Okay.
Retire Billy Gunn. and get a Nando's sponsorship, which means nothing to you. I don't think they do Nando's over there, but it's like Portuguese peri peri chicken, basically.
What?
It specializes in chicken.
Okay.
But like grilled chicken.
Okay. I'm hoping all his dreams come true, and I can't wait for him to finish the story and
retire Billy Gunn.
Yes.
who is the Big Ross man's favorite wrestler?
Yeah.
Not even lying.
Yeah, but it's been years, Billy. It's been years, and you and the Bang Bang Scissor Game need to wrap it up. Yeah. All of that.
Mike Santana has left AEW. But
I
he's
refuse
been
to call
gone for
that
so
man
long
Mike.
that like I didn't even notice him not being there.
Yeah, I believe he's been gone for a long time, but no one actually cared. Shout out to Mike. Look forward to seeing you in Impact because I think that fits their budget. It's a good pickup for
I
their
don't know what
budget.
they're doing in Impact now. Like,
Well, I think
some
Sticky's
people,
still
some
doing.
people may have asked for their release post the Scott D'Amore firing.
Yeah, but they did reach. They're still signing people. Like they recently signed, Mustafa Ali, and they brought in Dolph Ziggler, and this is all why D'Amore was, I think, still in charge.
Yeah,
But there was someone else recently they signed. Oh, Alex Hammerstone. They're still signing people. So I can see Mike fitting under that build of like, oh, we signed. I'm calling him Mike. I can't believe it. I can see Santana fitting under that build of like the recent new brand of TNA. But our investigation of TNA happens when we're there 420, where we will all be there.
Oh, so you're not going to be investigating the NYPD that day?
No, I'm hoping
I'm
hoping the investigation is gone. I'm doing like WWE's investigation of Vince McMahon. It didn't look like we found anything here.
So stay tuned for another episode of Marcus Cold Case.
Yes.
The grand finale Cold Cases.
They were reinstated. They were reinstated, Manny. I was like, damn it.
Let's get into Monday Night Raw. Cody comes out talking about The Rock's 21-minute video and then his 30-minute promo and how The Rock's politicking the situation, and said that the people did not want to see Cody versus Roman. They wanted to see The Rock and Roman. But that had changed because the people wanted Cody.
Was that his explanation? That's his explanation for going, I don't know. I got a little insecure when he was like, people want to see me and Roman. They want to see it. I can buy that to an extent, but to the way Cody came out all sad face and stuff, it felt like The Rock had his wife hostage, and he had to do it. I killed Brandy and the dog.
Just how things changed, just how The Rock changed a one-on-one match and turned it into a tag team match. He brings out Seth. He gives Seth an out. He says, you've got to take care of Drew McIntyre. But Seth says he will take care of Drew McIntyre and reminds everyone what he said last week, that sometimes things are just bigger than them. And taking down the bloodline is the biggest thing they can do.
Manny, if you were Seth in this situation, are you teaming up with Cody? One, you get double WrestleMania paychecks, I'm assuming. Hey, you can do your little dance. Or are you just focusing on, let me make sure I handle this Drew McIntyre motherfucker before?
Well, The Rock's already threatened him, Marcus. Whether he likes it or not, The Rock said, your title can go away like this.
Yes.
So in reality, I'll do both matches, Marcus, because I'm going to take the double payday, knowing full well some shenanigans are going to take away that title from me.
Yeah, but Manny, also with The Rock saying he can take away your title like this. If you beat him at WrestleMania, he can still go, you know what, fuck your title, I'm still taking it away like this. They never said he wasn't going to do it. And I think the world would be a better place if they took the title away from Seth. I'm just saying, Gunther's doing what he's doing, but better. Just saying.
And do you remember that tag team once upon a time? The CTC, when Crime Time and John Cena were together.
Yes.
And they wrote on a limo, JBL is poopy.
Yes, where all the stars aligned.
Well, Seth decides to call The Rock Diarrhea Dwayne.
Yes, which sounds like something The Rock would create, but not as charismatic. So I would have changed it up. If you want to call him Diarrhea Dwayne, that's fine. That's on you. But the man's nickname used to be Dewey. I watched enough Young Rock to know this. This is why I did all my research for this match. Young Rock. I'm doing fact checks. Watch Young Rock a guy's whole life. And I would have said Diarrhea Dewey or Dewey or something like that. And we're going to go poopy jokes, Manny. We're going to go real poopy jokes. I got Diarrhea Dewey or Dewey.
Well, Mark,
What you
this
got?
is just news to me that Vince McMahon is still working for WWE, and it's this came in on a fax. Call him Diarrhea Dwayne.
Vince, we don't. I don't know if we want to talk about shitty, crazy since we know about your allegations right now. We don't know if yours was called for being an old man or if you had diarrhea that day and just was like ah. But I thought it was a lame comeback for Seth. I thought he could have been
Yeah,
better.
it was terrible.
Yeah,
Seth
it
says
was
he's
one of the
cleared and
worst.
he's going to SmackDown to confront the Bloodline, and Cody's going with him.
Ah, damn it, SmackDown!
Now
Just
we
when you
got
think
care
they
on
did a 40
Saturdays.
minutes. Yeah.
Stop making me care on Saturdays.
So SmackDown will have this segment and it's gonna be epic and it's fine and all that and everybody's gonna enjoy it. But Manny, I have the question for you of the night. Over or under 40 minutes for that segment?
Man, Naomi's not going to get another entrance again.
No, they're gonna have to cancel. Like, damn, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. We're gonna have to bump you. We're gonna bump all of you guys. They decided to go the full 2 hours in what they're calling cinema.
And then something that I didn't know I needed. Like I watched this at 3 a.m. on via a YouTube clip. Raw hadn't even finished yet. I just saw it. Gunther versus Dominik. I didn't know I needed this.
No.
I didn't think I needed this. And then I just see this boy get mollywopped all across the ring. Gunther's chop man hit the ring post twice and still managed to destroy this man, young boy.
Yeah. It was I didn't realize that when they were wrestling, I was watching a Texas death match for Dominik Mysterio. Like, that's what happened. And it was just like, I didn't ask for this. I didn't. I've never in my million years said, and all the people I've listed, oh, I love to see Gunther this, and all these dream matches and all this. I did not have Dominik Mysterio on this list. But I do now, because that boy can take a beating. And I mean boy in all due respect. Because if Gunther chopped me, I'm 12 years old all to go again. And I'm screaming for mommy. Like, that's what was going on in that one. And I told Manny before we started the show, I said I was in love with Gunther already.
Yeah, the proposal between the both of us to Gunther was very much being discussed during 30 minutes before the show.
Yeah, we're now discussing how many carrots in the ring. Just for Gunther to know that I love him now. Like, it was that, like, it's legit. You can put Gunther with anybody and all of a sudden you got a banger. It doesn't matter what's going on. It doesn't matter. Like, for no reason this match was this good. Like, it felt pay-per-view worthy. Dom's all fucked up at the end of it. Gunther's chest was even beat up because I think Dom chopped him back a few times. As McAfee said, why would you ever try to stand up with Gunther? Why?
And then we go to the back where Dominik's receiving attention.
Yes.
Priest is like, we're going to get Imperium. And then tells JD, you're going to go get Gunther. And then he spends all the time like, what? Why?
Yeah. Not only is he going to get him. Yeah. Not only did he say you're going to get him, it was kind of brushed over when he said it. And he continued to talk about other things. And you just see JD going, why the fuck am I going to Gunther? I'm good. You see what he did to him?
And in the meantime, Andrade just walks into the medical room. And then this whole Spanish dialogue happened, and then nobody knew what was going on.
No. And as Colin said, everybody said Antonio got a lot of information right there and understand the severity of the situation.
And then they go to their segment with Adam Pearce, and JD is made to present why he should be in this match or be in contention for the title match. And he's cut off mid-sentence to go to commercial.
Yeah, he was like, yo, the reason, like, you couldn't sell me on anything. I couldn't tell you if that was intentional to cut him off, or they just ran out of time, or it was legit, but it made me laugh. I'm going, there ain't nothing that man can say right now. That should he put him in contention even for the 24/7 title.
Caden Carter and Katana Chance take on Zoe Stark and Shayna Baszler. Dakota thought she was a bad bitch this week, talking down to Adam Pearce, and then them and her and the Kabuki Warriors and Io just scouting, lying across the announce desk.
Yeah. Well, I just enjoyed when they walked in and Pierce was like, what are you guys doing here? And then it was like, oh, why are you guys had the chance like why you got here? It's like, where's him scout talent? Where's him scout talent? We got Dakota is her best form is evil. And you know what? Is a good mouthpiece for that control. And they took over. I enjoyed they blocked the entire view of Cole and McAfee for no reason.
Yeah, and
to watch
Dakota,
this match.
Yeah, Dakota says they'll come back to Raw once the Kabuki Warriors win tonight on NXT, and they'll give them their title shot next week.
They just looked over to whoever they were fighting on NXT. I forgot who they were fighting already, but they were just like, yeah, we're winning.
Lyra and Tatum.
Oh yeah. They're winning.
Nia takes on Becky Lynch. I think the match was okay. Marcus, I need to ask you one question.
Yes.
How about that Nia dive?
Yes. Now this isn't as good as the time she fell to the table in the Rhea match, but that leg drop to the top rope.
She died doing that. She nearly died doing that.
Yeah.
She added a degree of difficulty jumping off a desk chair.
So, Manny, you know how I believe it's a 2K commercial, they showed everybody taking people finishers, right? And there's the one with the Hogan leg drop.
Yeah.
I believe when I saw that, I was like, I can take Hogan's leg drop. Nia Jax's leg drop off the top rope. I'm dead. So Becky kicks out. And I'm like, why? You're dead. Only for a Liv to interrupt in the pettiest, and I like to call it the untitled pettiest move of the week. And interrupted the match. As Becky said, I was just going to Jax and I kept her down. You, on the other hand, landed a shot, ruined my match, and had her beat us both up.
And next week they will fight as Rhea there's no other part on the show other than to walk past and laugh.
Yeah, I enjoyed that because that seems like that's something I would do. Just be like, look how much you're working right now in your side quest. I have no side quest. I'm comforting Dom in my side quest. You're going to get killed fucking with these women.
She wasn't comforting Dom.
I think she spent the whole night. She traded him in his arm as he was on the bed.
No, I think she spent the whole night just walking around, laughing, and telling people, "Stay off, mind your business over here."
She cuddled Dom. There's a picture online. I believe it was in the mid-card best of someone comparing it to Saint Mary or something, and then Dom cradled up. It's a beautiful image of like, this is perfect. So that's all she did for the night. Rhea has the most limited schedule, the most Roman Reigns-like schedule, and she's getting away with it. She shows up and she kind of walks around the back.
Adam Pearce announces a gauntlet match for next week, the winner becoming the challenger for Gunther at WrestleMania. It will feature Sami Zayn, Ricochet, Shinsuke Nakamura, JD McDonough, Bronson Reed, and Chad Gable, who tells Gunther this is more than just a match, it's a shot at redemption. Gunther just laughs it off.
Yeah. Manny, I'm gonna wonder, where did they dig Ricochet up from? As he was politely acting in the back. I'm tired of being quiet.
And you know
is that where you been? Just being quiet?
You know, I saw that live and I was like, shut up, Richard. Yeah. Shut up and stand in the corner.
Back in your corner. Who you got in that gauntlet?
It's really obvious, isn't it? It's either Sammy or Chad.
Yeah, that's the only two. I think it's Sammy. I appreciate Chad's story and all, but I think Sammy is the better match and the bigger match. It seems like it's WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's also true.
And then if you want to talk about
Apollo
Crews is here, Marcus, to take on
Andrade. Hold on, Manny. You can't just do it like that. You got to do it like this, because when he came out and I saw him, I went, Apollo! Yes. I was like, oh, shit, I haven't seen you in forever. And I honestly think WWE is doing a disservice to this man. Can you fire this man? He's extremely talented. I think he can really work well in Impact. Yeah. I think 100%. AEW is too stacked right now to keep him.
I think he'd get lost in AEW. I don't think he's a good fit for AEW.
Yeah, he'd just be Lee Moriarty or whoever else is in Shane Taylor Promotions or whatever. He'd just be somewhat. He would just be on the roster. Yeah,
he'd just be another black guy there.
I think he can make it. No pun intended. Impact to TNA. I feel like he would be perfect for them, man. Or just even if he wanted to do the indie circuit, or if he even wanted to travel to Japan, I feel like he's in the prime of his life. Still athletically, I think he could do something somewhere. That'll be let the man go, fire the man. And Apollo may be in the back going, Marcus, I enjoy my paycheck. Don't fucking lower me down. But I believe you should be able to do more than what you do. Yeah. You guys asked for my Andrade.
Well, it was quite competitive, the match. I just don't like the way. Do you know Andrade's elbow? I just don't like it because it always looks scrappy. He falls over all the time. It never looks good.
I like it. I like that it doesn't look good. I've always liked that about it. I always like that it surprises me each time. It's the better version of the Judas effect for me. And I appreciate his after I've seen Charlotte try to do it a few times. Although he's now incorporating her moves.
Yeah.
He doesn't do well at all. Like, it's like vice versa. They don't do each other's moves well.
No. Andrade wins, and then we go backstage with Sammy, who I thought he was going to get set up again because he was with
Jackie.
He was with Jackie, that manipulator of situations.
Always out for the scoop.
Says the Gauntlet is the most important match right now for his path to WrestleMania, where he is interrupted by Valhalla and Ivar. She has prayed to the gods of why this man is being held on a pedestal.
Yes. Oh,
they Ivar knows that he can beat Gunther, but he knows that Sammy knows that he can't beat Gunther.
I want to say, for mid-card, low-level talent, I believe Ivar is really talented in the ring, whatever. But where they're at the status of WWE, my favorite duo for no reason. Eric needs to never come back. Valhalla cut that promo, and I know it was like 3 sentences about the gods and whatnot. And I didn't think Ivar was going to talk, and I was handled right there. I was like, I'm in for whatever's about to happen right now.
I like Ricochet that their younger counterparts. Maxine tried to give Candice a pep talk.
I missed this.
And Candice reminds her, you've only had 3 matches. You couldn't even lace my boots.
I don't remember this, man. I missed this somehow. I don't know what I was doing. I did not see this.
Yeah, basically, Natty told Allergic Knees, get your shit together, basically. Yeah. And Candice was telling Indy, we need to get more ruthless. And Indy's like, no, we shouldn't.
Yeah, I would like to put a record to say nothing good is coming for any of these women involved in this segment. I didn't see it. But Natty, I'd like to tell you this right now. Breaking news, Natty. Natty, as of March 5th, 2024, you are not making WrestleMania. And I know this has been a running joke on this channel or this podcast for about 10 years.
I need her to have a match and for her to be bumped off the card.
And I need them to have fancy outfits and everything and sitting in the back.
That also includes Naomi. I needed to have that too. I'm sorry, Naomi, but The Rock ran over about 400 minutes, so you can't.
I just think that's of all the things in Total Divas, that's the most memorable thing for me. It's quoted yearly. I mean, and it's consistent, Natty. You're not making WrestleMania this year.
Jimmy, it was all 6 of them. It was Indy, Candice, Tegan, Natty, and then Maxine and Ivy now.
Yeah, I, for the record, would like to say none of these people are probably making WrestleMania, and nothing positive is going for them. Although I did hear rumors that Triple H is thinking about bringing the mid-card title, ripping off AEW's TBS title.
Remember last year where there was the showcase match? I think the tag teams are going to be bunched into a showcase match again.
Well, if you go back to the previous episode of ETE, I do have that on my book card of 2 showcase matches, a men and a women's showcase match. So we'll see.
So the Judgment Day take on Imperium. It was a good tag team match here. I also learned that Damian Priest has been cosplaying as Tamina for years.
Well, no one's meaner. No one's meaner. Why wouldn't he? Unnecessarily good tag match.
Yeah.
I thought, the Judgment Day hasn't said this in a long time, but I'm going to say it for them. They ran Monday Night Raw this week. For no reason, they had really good matches, bangers in there. This tag match, I didn't think of Finn Balor and Priest as a team, even though they are tag team champions and in the same faction and whatnot, until this week when I was like, hey, this might be a legit tag team. Who can beat these guys at this point? Like, I was invested. I thought it was really good.
I just saw that image you were talking about
Dom and Rhea.
Dom and Rhea.
Yeah. I'll put that on the shirt, to be honest. It just felt like that.
Damian Priest.
Yeah. Who would have guessed? Who would have guessed? His idol all along. We always thought it was Rhea, but it's always been Tamina.
And then we get Sammy versus Ivar, which was insane.
Yeah. Top to bottom, insane from beginning to end, Manny. Beginning, not even beginning of the match. I mean, beginning of the segment. From Ivar's and Valhalla's entrance to giving Michael Cole the antlers and all hell breaking loose in the celebration and all that, to everything Ivar and Sammy could do in the ring, to the commentary was hilarious. On it, like this was a perfect situation here, perfect segment. Yeah. It was like every form of entertainment, everything I watched wrestling for happened in this segment. Everything.
And then the Fire Nation attacked right after the match as Bronson Reed came out and put back Sammy.
Yes. And how are they gonna survive Bronson Reed? And easy, just beat him. Just beat him. Jump over him and he'll disappear. He is a barrel.
Drew McIntyre takes on Jey Uso. Drew in the back says Seth Rollins is a spotlight junkie because he's not focusing on what's important on Raw. He believes that the title deserves better than Seth Rollins. I thought the match itself was decent until all the nonsense decided to happen right at the end.
Well, we knew the nonsense.
I thought Solo was a bad bitch. No, he's ran away from Cody Rhodes.
Well, he don't want those Cody strikes. And
then as Jay climbs out of the ring, I don't know. Jimmy I think teleported because he just standing there in a point where he shouldn't be, and he's like, "Oh, where did Jimmy come from?"
Yeah. I enjoy screaming, Michael Cole. Why are you doing this? Why? Why are you doing this? Damn it. Drew lands for the victory. It was a decent match, whatever, but they are planting the seeds of I'm thinking are we going to get a tag match? Is it Jimmy and Solo against against Jay and someone else?
No, I think we're leaning towards Jimmy versus Jay.
Yeah, I know we're getting that for sure, but Solo's gonna be left off the card and just be that guy that shows up.
Solo's just a guy that interrupts matches. That's all he does.
That's kind of true. But I feel like he had a WrestleMania, maybe a match. I thought he would get something, but because there are still all 3 brothers.
Yeah,
I feel like Solo was gonna get in there somehow, but I don't know. Maybe they
The
turned
other
to a
bit
6. Maybe they turned to a 8-man where
we didn't talk about
Jay.
at the top, but they announced that Paul Heyman is going into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. Well overdue. Again, as I said 1 year ago, I would have just put the ECW brand in there. I think there hasn't been a more influential brand in wrestling since ECW came in and just wrecked shit. Apparently, basically created the Attitude Era and the NWO. Everybody got edgier because of ECW, and I thought putting that brand in like that puts all these randos that people may or may not know, who may or not belong in the Hall of Fame, in there technically. Like, oh, this is how Sandman technically is in there.
Yeah.
Or Tommy Dreamer or whatnot.
Tommy Dreamer, if he ever gets put in that WWE Hall of Fame, I'm calling that Hall of Fame a sham.
Well, I would put him in as an individual. But as a group, as an ECW,
I'd put Colin Delaney in before I've ever put in Tommy Dreamer.
God damn, Manny. God damn. What the hell? What's wrong with you? Tommy ain't been that bad. Tommy is the most serviceable wrestler ever.
And then people are making a big deal of it, but Michael Cole and Pat McAfee made reference to Sting's final match and Sting retiring on air, but he didn't mention AEW. And then
well, McAfee he said he had an epic match last night.
Yeah,
like,
got cut off immediately.
Where else would he have had this match?
And they were talking about how Sting's video package, they didn't have any of the WCW or his WWE footage because it's owned by WWE. But apparently they didn't even ask.
Yeah. You know how I know they didn't ask? You want to know? Manny, Sting wrestled almost a decade in Impact in TNA.
Yeah.
They didn't have any of that either. You'd think you would, sprinkle some of that in too.
You would ask.
But
I don't know why they didn't ask. I think it's just
everybody say no.
Complain about it.
Yeah.
Oh, this WWE refused. You didn't ask.
Yeah, Manny, you're Tony Khan. Ask me if you can have the footage right now. I'm WWE.
Who am I, Tony Khan?
You're Tony Khan.
All right, give me a second. Hey, can I have some Sting footage?
Triple anything I was gonna do. I wasn't imagining the goat sniff.
Hey, you wanted Tony Khan? I gave you Tony Khan.
Yeah, I didn't know you were gonna go. I didn't know you were a method actor. Well, I'm going to just say no. They wouldn't have did it anyway. But you could have asked. I'm TNA didn't give the footage either, so don't just put this on WWE for not giving them footage. TNA said nah either. And there's a lot of footage you can use from there. He had a gaggle of stuff in TNA. Whether it's Main Event Mafia or Joker Sting or whatever he did in there, he has a gaggle of footage they could have used, and they chose not to use any of it, which I was fine. I didn't miss it. Sting had a nice, really good vignette before he came out that you didn't even notice that it wasn't WCW or WWE footage. Considering it's spliced in with images and stuff.
Was even worthwhile looking at.
Yeah. Well, no. With WWE, I mean the WCW footage. Yeah. Like you didn't need it. It's fine. It was still a beautiful vignette, and I enjoyed it. It got me hyped for the match when he was like, "It's showtime" for the last time, and then did a little quick scream, and then cuts to his entrance. I felt all that was fine, and you know what? If it had it, like, what are we gonna do? Add a second song in there and my sacrifice or something? I don't know what else. Like, it was fine the way it was. I wouldn't change anything for a second. And besides, why would I give you the footage, Manny, if I'm gonna bring you on at WrestleMania anyway? Sting! Bring your old ass out here and we'll retire you again in front of whatever thousands of people in Philadelphia. I'm doing it again. I don't give a fuck. I have no class or taste.
Hey, no, I'm not retiring Sting. I'm retiring Steve Borden.
Like, Can you see that? I see him signing a Legends deal with WWE, for whatever video games and
I think he'll stay
toys
with
or whatever.
AEW.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think that he has more money with WWE. Not like AEW couldn't sign him to more money, but like, I could do all these interviews. I could be on WWE Rivals or Biography and all that stuff. Get his whole career encompassed. I think he's gonna sign a Legend deal with WWE. Not like appear weekly or anything.
Yeah, I would hope so. I would hope so. Like the stuff that you said, I think he's got a very interesting career. Like I was never really a WCW guy, so I would never really consider myself a Sting guy. But like knowing that he's been a fixture in wrestling for so long, like the fact that he's retiring, you kind of go, oh, that's a big deal.
Yeah. Like, you know what? If they want to do Sting one-man shows like they do with The Undertaker or whatnot, they can also do that shit too. It's the same thing.
Do you know that the Undertaker dead man show? How many stories he got left in him?
I think he's just saying the same shit over and over, Manny. I don't think he has that many. But I believe he's going to end up signing like a Legends deal with WWE. They may even bring him on WrestleMania. Like, just be like, hey, Sting says goodbye one last time. Nothing big.
Nah, Marcus, I want to see him. I want to keep seeing him like the Undertaker on those floats in Saudi Arabia. That's what I want. Give me what I want, WWE. Give me what I want.
It would be disgusting though. Sting was like, okay, that was my last match at AEW Revolution. But at WrestleMania, me and Undertaker are going to stare at each other for about 5 minutes. And people would be like, you know what? That's enough. That's enough.
Do you know what makes me sad? I look at Sting and he looks in pristine like condition of like that's an old man. I looked at Batista. The man looks like Colonel Sanders right now. He looks like he's
withering away.
Yeah, what's happening to Batista, man?
Yeah, and spoiler alert, he gets buried in the movie Dude. It's kind of a spoiler. I'm not gonna say what happens, but he gets buried. If Batista was booked in the wrestling world like he was booked in Dude, he would be the wrestling community would be like, oh, give Batista a chance. Hashtag Batista deserves better. I don't know if you've seen Dude Part 2 yet.
No, I haven't even seen Part 1.
Okay. You should get on this, man. Get on it. God damn it. Get on Dude.
Because I am dying. Listen to my voice.
I don't care about you dying. It was written that you're supposed to see Dude.
Written by who? The gods.
Jesus or somebody.
Stop talking about Valhalla.
Yeah, I've been talking way too. My investigation kind of stopped with Valhalla because she seemed to have all the information about the NYPD. I don't know why, but we had a lengthy conversation. Lengthy.
I heard you drank tea with her, and you're both wearing antler crowns.
I'm not going to confirm or deny what happened with us drinking tea, but I would say so. It was spilled.
So that realistically is today's show.
Yeah. I thought we did. We brought it. I thought when Raw's too good, it's hard for me to rant and rave about it.
To be fair, though, last Thursday we were given nothing. We were given nothing, and then we produced a 40-minute show, which was insane. If you think about how insane last Thursday's show was,
gave us nothing,
and this show gave us a lot.
Yeah, this show, I'm going to say the last 2 days, Sunday and Monday, it made me feel good and had pride of being a wrestling fan. Because I was thinking about Sting's retirement and the matches we got from AEW and just like the moments that you can't get anywhere else. Like, no one could produce what happened in the Sting match in any other medium, which was something that triggered in my mind. And it's before the match started. Just stuff like that where I'm like, this is so, like, you won't get this. Even in sports, like, you may get somebody's last game or anything, but they can't rig it and make it epic and shit. Unless it's Kobe, I guess, when he gets 1,000,000 points and shoots 5,000 times. But I'm just saying, you don't get a beautiful vignette and all that and a nice send-off sometimes every now and then. And any other medium. And then you get Raw this week and you realize the business is healthy. Wrestling's in good shape right now.
Yeah, and it's not just because of The Rock. He did not make wrestling cool again.
No.
A bunch of other people.
Yeah. It took Darby Allin jumping through plates of glass and Jungle Boy saying, use real glass.
And it took Dominik Mysterio, the hero we didn't know we needed, to get mollywopped by Gunther.
Yeah. I wish I had a shirt. I got mollywopped by Gunther shirt. That would be a shirt I would wear. And I want it ripped up and you can see my chest.
No, I want mine to look like do you know the Street Fighter 2 when you've lost screens?
Yes.
Like, and then I want that picture.
Do you? No.
Yeah. No.
Look at my face. If it was my real face, I'm never fighting a Street Fighter again. I'm shocked Street Fighter had to create a character, but I know that seems like that'd be ridiculous anyway.
Yeah, I think it would. So that is the end of today's show. If you haven't subscribed already, what are you doing? Yeah, like, seriously, we'll set this woman on you.
And there is no show Thursday. There's no show Wednesday either. No ETE this week. I promise you, we have stuff returning next week in drones and stuff for ETE and our show. But tune into Saturday's show where we talk about
the 5 hours coming out on Thursday.
Yeah, but I mean, there's no real show. But,
I mean, try not to laugh so real.
Yeah, but it's not gonna be a canon. It's not canon. It doesn't continue the continuity of the story, Manny. That's like saying the best of show. It's canon. It's not.
And I still am firmly believing Okada's debuting on Dynamite this Wednesday.
Nah, it's too hot. It's too hot. Okada's got to debut at Big Business. Big Business.
Marcus, everything. The other person debuting at Big Business has got too much of an ego to be sharing that big business.
Yeah, but I'm saying this: if I'm Okada, and I don't know what the attendance is like this week on Dynamite, but I know Dynamite's attendance and Collision's attendance hasn't been the best on these regular ass shows. This week is built as a regular ass show, Betty. I don't know if it's a half empty arena. If I'm Okada, hell nah. I want 15,000 people with TD plus and cartons or whatever the hell it's called. Sorry, Mercedes. Yeah. Okada's gonna be there. And it's not like it's a debut. He's been in AEW a little bit already, so.
He was such a Bill Ospreay.
Yeah.
Came out skipping and jiving like he'd never been happier before last week.
Man can eat. That dude can DoorDash the food now. I'm DoorDashing everything.
That man skipped into the main event, the mid-card scene.
Hey, guys!
To be forgotten about, to be high-fiving Jay White. Look where we are. Look at us.
Look at us. Look at us. Look at us. Look at us. Look at me. Look at you. Look at us.
You're a big deal in Japan. Look at us.
Yeah, we're number one guys. Now I'm fighting for the international title, I think. You're fighting for, I don't know.
Jay White's fighting for relevancy. That's what you're doing.
He's fighting for his own survival in a group of 6 people for no reason.
So like the video, subscribe. There's videos out. There will be a video out on Thursday, but we'll all be back on Saturday talking about the Rock's being interrupted, jumped by Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins.
Yeah, or mean cordially. I don't know what they're gonna do, but I will tell you this about Saturdday show: there will be a surprise, Manny. That I'm not gonna even spoil for you. Saturday there will be a surprise.
If there is an suspended NYPD officer on the show on Saturday, I will be furious.
Oh, you would be a little excited though, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you?
No, I'm tired of this investigation. It takes up all your time.
These are my confessions. This is what happens. You know, I relocated Ross, who's been on assignment for about 2 years or whatever it's
He's
been.
been undercover as a suspended NYPD officer.
Yeah, and that's where he's spending all his time. I relocated his assignment. He's on assignment in New York City. You saw he was recently on vacation in New York, Randy. This is not a coincidence. It wasn't a coincidence. Yes. It wasn't a coincidence.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Yeah, that's 20 minutes of nonsense.
Been...
I'm like it's a grand finale. Fuck off, everybody. Fuck off. That should be the end of everybody's show. But the news should end with, all right, fuck off. We said enough. Jesus. How much can we talk more? How much you want to hear? Fuck off.
We are. Peace. We hope you don't have a lovely evening. Bye.